Morning, everybody. So a quick word about the Sandbox. We are the largest Web3 Metaverse company out there, 6 years old. We raised $150 million, 500 employees throughout the world, and we have over 5 million players. So today I'm going to talk about the Metaverse. And what is the Metaverse, actually? Because everyone has an idea, but it's pretty vague. And usually, all the Metaverse have those characteristics. They're usually a 3D environment. You usually have an avatar representing yourself. Most of the time as well, you wander around this 3D space from a first-person view, so you can see others. It mimics the real world, even if it's exotic, but you have trees and cars and everything, and you have a lot of social interactions. So that's what is common across all the Metaverse. And actually, the Metaverse has been with us for a very long time. The first time the Metaverse word was used was in 1992 in this novel called Snow Crash, if you want to read it. Then you all remember this movie, The Matrix. And then in 2004, this company Roblox was started. If you have teenagers, you know what Roblox is. Extremely successful, 75 million players per day. In 2014, Facebook bought this company called Oculus, which was one of the first consumer virtual reality headset. 2017, Fortnite was launched, also a very successful game, which is considered a metaverse. And in 2018, you have this movie from Steven Spielberg called Ready Player One, which is what, if you've seen the movie, this is what most people imagine the metaverse is like. You put this headset, virtual reality headset, and then all of a sudden you live in this amazing world. In 2021, Facebook was renamed Meta, and then in 2024, Apple launched the Apple Vision Pro. So the Metaverse has been around with us for a long time, and what is interesting is that you have this, this mesh between real product, real companies, and also sci-fi and pop culture, and that's why usually the Metaverse is really triggering attraction or repulsion sentiment among people. So a lot of people like it because it gives you superpowers that you cannot have in the real world, right? You can fly, you can run super fast, you can be invisible, you can walk on walls if you want. It also removes all the social constraints. So, no matter your ethnicity, origin, religion, nothing, you can do whatever you want in the Metaverse. You can be whoever you want. It removes physical constraints, right? You can bend time, you can bend space, you can be in one place at one time, and the next second you're also elsewhere. And at the end of the day, the Metaverse is interesting and attracting because it's all about experiences. And in the real world, I think all of us, or at least most of us, we're experience junkies, right? We're not really made, I don't think human beings are really made to work in an office several hours a day. What we like to do at the end of the day, we like to go on vacation, we like to visit exotic countries, we like to go to a restaurant or meet friends, right? This is experiences. The problem is that those experiences in the real world, they're expensive, you cannot live too many of them. So the Metaverse actually gives you the opportunity to have more variety and to live more experiences. They're not exactly the same, they're not like the real one yet, but it gives you more choices. On the other hand, a lot of people fear the Metaverse. You have the fear of addiction, because actually it's very interesting and very attractive. You also have a lot of fear around economic inequalities. If you've seen this movie, Ready Player One, you see that those people, they put headset, but they live outside in the real world. They live in favelas, in horrible places. People fear the loss of real-world interaction. And also there is this fear that everything will be controlled by one big corporation. And that's the fear. So we at the Sandbox, with our peers in the Web3 space, we're here to have a different future for the Metaverse. First of all, and people are very surprised, we think that the Metaverse will be multi-device. It's not just virtual reality headset. It's also about being able to access the Metaverse on PC, consoles, mobile phones, and yes, virtual reality headset when it's going to be ready in a couple of years. But we don't think it's going to be just a virtual reality headphones. Number two, we believe that the Metaverse is going to help people to be economically empowered. Why? Because all the Web3 Metaverse out there, they're based on NFTs. NFTs are just virtual property rights. And they help creators and they help users get rid of the middleman and really interact with one another, and it helps create wealth without having the gatekeepers or the Web2 gatekeepers that we have today. The Sandbox, among many others, we are primarily a marketplace between creators and users, and we try to be as little as possible in the way in between those, the supply and the demand, if you will. The metaverse as well is a place where we believe in the convergence between the physical world and the digital world. You can already have, when people play in the metaverse, you can be sent to a store, for example. We're working with fashion and luxury brands where you can buy, for example, a digital handbag, and you can get an equivalent in the real world if you go there, for example. The other way is also true. You can go in a physical space and we can send you with a QR code, for example. We can send you inside the metaverse. We've seen a lot of people also making friends in the metaverse and then meeting in real world. So I don't think it's, the digital world is not going to take over. We believe more in this convergence between those two worlds. We're also working very hard towards interoperability, meaning that we don't think Web3 metaverse should be silos or should be gated like Web2 metaverse. So Web2 metaverse, I mentioned Roblox, Fortnite, and others. And we allow and we actually foster working with other metaverse, right? Importing assets, also exporting assets from the Sandbox to others. And we think it's going to grow the pie. The more people take part in this ecosystem and are interoperable with one another, the more wealth it will create for everybody, including creators and users. And it will also push for more creativity. And at the end of the day, we strongly believe that no one company should control the metaverse. It should be really distributed, maybe the way the early web was. We are also working towards decentralization. Some of you may have heard about decentralized autonomous organization. It's called DAOs. And we're building, for us at the Sandbox, we are actually building a DAO. And a DAO it's an experiment. You have many DAOs in the world today. And basically, DAOs are a new form of governance for an organization. And basically, what you have is you have players or you have users who can vote on certain part of the product, for example, or part of the marketing of the company. And we're building one at the Sandbox. And it enables the metaverse and many other crypto projects to be more democratic. They are really user-driven at the end of the day. So look forward to the Sandbox DAO in the next few weeks. So I was asked also to give a bold prediction for the future. I think we're going to spend more and more time in the metaverse, whether really you want it or not. Some of us already live in the metaverse. Your kids already live in the metaverse. All of us already live kind of the metaverse with our phone. It's the early days of the metaverse. And we think it's going to be most of the time a force of good, a force for more democracy, more economic empowerment, and more diversity. So that's it. Oh, I was even faster than my 15 minutes. Hello. Thank you.